Sir John prepares for the Third Crusade and is interrupted by a nomadic group of savage orcs. In a display of strength, Sir John takes the fight to them and shows how powerful they've become since they first arrived in the Southlands. Lord Philippe fights another battle against staggering odds in the north. It appears that our enemies know no limit and their dead continue to march against us. Constructs like the Bone Giant were not able to break the will of these men. Their thousands decayed and fell apart against the sturdy defenses of our people. Word has spread that over 10,000 undead now approach our armies, and even the mighty Cetra is leaving his city. We press on. There is no greater foe than Cetra. Lord Louis of Brent and Darman the Pure, they fight together now. Their men stand firmly against the encroachment of Cetra and his ilk. We can see now that they have many terrible constructs, ones that may challenge our superiority on the battlefield. Even though we have slain many, their number is still without count. And here they come right now. Their horsemen are booming and thunderous on the battlefield as they begin to advance towards our poor militia. Archers are trying to strike them down, but there is no flesh to pierce. And so there is impact, and many fall. These foot squires give their life for the lady. And while that is going on, there is a mounted battle happening on the left flank. We have Darman the Pure charging in, helping the many knights of the realm. And you can see in the distance and close by, the battle continues. Those war sphinxes, they charge in too. We can see that my spears and halberds and swordsmen, they're all clashing. While that is going on, the war sphinxes, we've got to focus on them. That is paramount to our victory. Our trebuchet will attack many other targets, and we attempt to strike down one of these war sphinxes, and even chase it down as it moves away. Furthermore, on the right flank, we can see chariots close by, though they are not a grave threat. Foot squires are now moving in, charging into an infantry group of Tomb Kings. And so their warriors will fall. While that is going on, again, there's a war sphinx in the midst of our ranks as every peasant bowman bravely shoots their volleys into it. Cetra is not here. The battle continues. Their foul magic continues to mend their bones, their magic permeating all about the battlefield while we fight. On our left flank, we can see that Cetra has moved on, and so do our many knights. Cetra never does cease, does he? And so many brave questing knights are brought low. They'll keep him busy for a time, until it's time for our champions to move in to finally slay that foul king. We can see how the battle is playing out right now, where we have a firm formation. My archers are moving after Cetra. You can see that my knights on my right flank are continuing to move in. We've already broken apart a large portion of their infantry. It's time to charge onwards. Ushabti, archers, whatever they really have, they're falling quickly. And while that's happening, we can see that we're still fighting their infantry. Their infantry could overwhelm me, sure. But my horsemen, my knights, are really instrumental to the win that we're going to experience. You can see over here now that we have champions moving in. Lord Louis, he continues to fight. Lord Philippe is fighting elsewhere. Lord Louis fights Cetra. Lord Philippe will be going after Numas. And Sir John will be taking care of some minor foes, minor threats. So you can see that with the assistance of the, well, peasants of Bretonnia, we will be able to bring Cetra down. Darman the Pure and Lord Louis fight together. Any arrows that strike them do little to bother them. You can see now that he's still quite sturdy. While that is going on, our knights continue to charge into the ranks of their infantry, destroying them. Pretty soon, the center of their formation will fall as well. You can even see how that battle's playing out further out. So here's all of these minions of the Tomb Kings. And now the charge continues to break their bones. We finally hit the middle of their formation. They're falling apart now. So you know what's happening in the middle of the battle. Cetra is still standing, but not for much longer. More brave peasants charge in. There's friendly fire, sure, but they go with the lady in peace. That golden armor is glimmering in the light. And now he falls. More men die, but the battle is won. We've done it. One more battle for the lady. That was a harsh battle. One where many people gave their lives for a greater cause, for the lady, for our Lord John. Cetra was defeated not even by Lord John, but Lord Louis of Brent. Not to belittle Lord Louis of Brent, but he is a newer lord in our Third Crusade. The Third Crusade had a break, but it continues right now. Oh no, we let every single one of them go back from whence they came. The bones belong in the dirt, in the sand even, if you prefer that. Our Third Crusade must end in victory. We have won many battles, we have conquered lands all over, but we are not yet done. The Greenskins will be destroyed, and we will conquer a new kingdom. What that kingdom's name will be, I am not sure. Will it be independent of Bretonnian rule? Potentially. We came over here for a new rule. A firmer rule. If you thought they were virtuous back at home, oh no, it is much more so here. Now we wait for a new turn. In the future, you won't be seeing these here. They'll just be gone, but I wanted to talk about our plans and what we'll be doing, which is conquering the entire realm of this desert. The cult of Sotek has used a rite of Sotek. Sly Demiser has damaged walls. If they continue, we may go there in time and see them destroyed. Ah, here we go. A Grell Knight who calls himself Sir Almeric de Goderon, claiming to be guided by the lady, has appeared in our ducal court. He claims that the infamous necromancer Heinrich Himmler has been sighted near Canals. Should we send a scout to investigate the knight's claims before it is too late? We may potentially do that. I'm not interested in going back home, but it is an option for all of us here. Let's go back down and see what's happened to Zevarak. I suppose we need new names for every location that we own. I've got quite a bit of wealth. We only need it for the people. For a just and virtuous knight does not need all of his gold. So for now, we'll see our wealth increased. We'll continue to grow further. We'll build what we need to, like a night watch. A night watch to watch for Skaven or other horrendous creatures in the dark. The Badlands. Now, they could use a proper guardhouse. Over here in the Western Badlands, they could use tailors. Sure. There goes all of our money. Back to the people, so that they may prosper. Sir John, it's about time for you to move. I'm not sure what happened to Sophia. She's had an interesting change. I don't know what to do for her. We'll have to figure that out eventually. Let's have a look then. We go right over here. She's a damsel of life. Alright, she's taken a new guise, a new form. Potentially to deceive any type of assassins who are after her. Let's look at a battle that we need to fight. It'll be over here in the Black Tower of Arkan. The Flaming Scimitar. I don't remember you. Lord Louis will take time to patch up. And now it's time for him to rank up again. So he's grown in power, he's learned a new skill. It'll be about making our units even better, and our knights too. Glorfiniel's progeny. We'll take that for him. Later, we'll continue to increase his combat abilities. Lord Philippe. He also continues to grow. So that will take time. Now we've got to wait for a new turn, but before we do so, let's have a look at our diplomacy.
Do you wish the lady's favor?
Rank 2. The Bretonnians are very powerful. I would like to say that we did help. Karak Zorn, I'm not looking to fight you. But I wonder, what would you pay me? 1,300? It's not a lot, but I'll take it. Now we have more trade. More trade where we all benefit. Let's have a look at the map. Ownership. A great bulk of the lands belong to me, but we need to hill up and eventually push back in to destroy the Flaming Scimitar. They might have a new name, but all the same, they will be destroyed. Later, we might have to go after the Lizardmen. Every bit of our land must belong to us. A prosperous harvest. An unusually bountiful harvest has left us with a rare and excessive surplus. This can be distributed immediately or stored for the future. Let's give it to our people. The buildings will be cheaper. I'm not worried about growth. Let's worry about economic might, though. Not population growth. That will come inherently as we have more jobs here for all of them to gain. Well, damsel, let's give you the lady's mantle. That way you're able to resist the enemy's arrows. They are blighted and corrupt. Now, Sir John, he's not going to march to the east just yet. We have much more to accomplish. Our other alternative is that we move down here to Wadi el-Tabak. Another target. Lord Philippe needs time to heal up. Agrol Migdal is not a proper location for us to thrive in. So, again, it will take time for us to become more powerful. And over here is a brothel, one that we can gain right away. It is back in a very rich and wealthy location. We did save the dwarves, if you remember. Karak Bak, they exist over here in Skaven Blight. We took it down and now it belongs to the dwarves. Let's build up our mini farms while we have the money to do so. Pretty soon, we shall rally another crusader to come join our cause. But for now, we need to heal. If we can hit up north, then our Lord Sir John can continue to the east and we can take the Black Tower of Arkan. But for now, let's go to Wadi el-Tabak. We lose some people to the strenuous conditions over here in the desert, but it's for a worthy cause. Thankfully, the puppets of chaos were destroyed. The lizard men have suffered a terrible blow, but that is no real matter to us. Sir John, it's time for you to take that location. They have a large army here, led by a fellow called King Hakor. What is wrong with you? He's a minor threat. No real defiance could be staged by him. I'm waiting for a more powerful enemy. Time for us to occupy that town. We've gained a new squire, and we now have all of southern desert of Araby. We really need to rename these locations to something more proper for the lady. If we look at what we want to pick up, venerate the lady, more control to keep the public order. That's what I want. Now, Sir John, we'll put a point into Woundmaker if you can hit harder than you could before. I pity every enemy that we have. Donadon Domingo will pick up peace and justice. We'll take that. He's about that cause. And Sophia, we shall give you the Shield of Thorns, or actually, we'll make it flesh to stone. We'll enhance what magic you already own. It's more prudent to master what you have, correct? So now we only have a few more turns to go until our armies are ready to move on. That was an easy acquisition. Darman the Pure, you shall take Woundmaker so that you too can hit harder in combat. And while we do that, Sir John, who's more powerful than anyone else here, he's going to wait for a new battle. If we look at his equipment, he's got the Sword of Saint Origo, the Armor of Destiny, the Talisman of Endurance, and much more beyond that. But that's really why we're doing so well. Hopefully we'll have a true battle very soon. In Sartosa, there's not too much for me to build. We can continue to spin chivalry. I'll try to avoid doing so. Let's build a guardhouse. We can build up our iron mine, our timber mill too, and those fields into a farm. We're working on industry and farms. If we can build an army at any location, that means we can react to any issue that crops up. Again, we own all of these lands. We went to the mountains, we came back down. The dwarves are still alive. By my hand, are they still alive? We can see that the vampire counts still stand as well. They're up north. The Empire stands strong. To the north, we have got many Norsemen. I know that our people, the Bretonnians, are trying to fight fervently. I'm not sure how well they're doing.
He has finally made his way to Numas. We will besiege their city, and in time, bring it to the ground. We'll purify and occupy every single tomb city they have. We'll play it defensively, let them come to us. We'll beat them on the deserts rather than in their cage. It'll be a just and good fight for Lord. Lord Philippe is charging into battle. He's a mighty nobleman who's fought with our Sir John for a long period of time now. There's a tomb king that needs slaying. It won't take him long. And so he lands, and so a tomb king will fall. You can see right behind him that many more of his men are fighting too. These chariots, they're trying to stop us. They're trying to charge in. Thankfully, we have a cursed blade halting them in their tracks, and we have helms of discord, further diminishing their capability to hit. Even our damsel charges into battle. Our paladin will also help hold the line. Let these chariots charge in. They won't last. And so through careful instruction, our leaders will be instrumental to this victory. They've used magic to strike through our ranks. You can see where we're at right now. We've got spears on the front lines, we have our halberds behind, and our foot squires too. We have Grell knights and other knights on the left flank. They'll be waiting there. Our trebuchet is far behind. The Grell relique is over on the right flank. A fallen knight, still standing in battle, brave and stalwart. And so, our leader, Philippe, comes back into battle, helping to crush these chariots. They outnumber us, and they have many mounted units too, not to mention their countless constructs. Our archers help as well. Ushabti stand on the sands. And that blessed trebuchet breaks more of their tomb guard. Elite warriors of these fallen kings. You can see them move in now. Already, those magics working to tend and mend their bones. That isn't the last wave. They even have a Lich Priest, who's not far from us, launching more magic, trying to diminish our poor knights. But they hold, and so we strike down more Ushabti, even though a few knights have already fallen. Our Grell knights will be a cornerstone of our left flanking attack. And there we go. Lord Philippe has already struck down another leader of theirs. He continues to bring havoc to their lines. And so in the middle of our formation, two tomb scorpions now try to intrude. They have breaching capabilities. Bar none, I have nothing to match it but Lord Philippe. And so Lord Philippe comes in again, dealing massive damage to that tomb scorpion. On the right flank, we have chariots coming to stop us, but my foot squires are working with our Grell relique. It's a dark day, but so far we hold. Let's go and look at an overview of the battlefield. You can see what's happening right now. We're fighting a harsh struggle in the middle. My damsel and my paladin working together to debuff our enemies. On the left flank, we also have my damsel who's moving in, helping out my knights. She switches between the center of our formation and the flanks as well. The Tomb Scorpion has moved over here to fight my knights. Our Grell knights are also destroying their many infantrymen. While that's happening, we're using the Curse of the Midnight Wind to further debilitate these Tomb Kings. And so Lord Philippe is targeting their most hazardous units, like the Tomb Scorpion. While that's happening, our archers are continuing to unleash volleys upon their own archers, bringing them down. It doesn't matter if you have bones or not. If a hard projectile hits you at a fast speed, eventually you'll shatter. These Ushabti are scoring bloody rents through my own formation, but eventually we will focus on them as well. On the right flank, we have these stalkers moving in, riding upon these stone snakes. You can see the battle beginning to shift in our favor slowly. It's not a quick one. Chain lightning is now beginning to break and at least take down a few of their archers and even their infantry who are currently moving in. If we get an overview shot, we can see what's happening still. On the left flank, my knights are moving in and out, charging and destroying them, holding them off. It's really the Grell Knights who are doing the most damage, keeping their infantry back. And over here in the middle, these Ushabti are still here. Again, they're supported by magical artifacts and magic, which is the only reason why we haven't lost more soldiers. Lord Philippe, he charges in, keeping many of their more elite units busy while striking down their tomb spearmen. More Ushabti fall. The accurate shots from our trebuchet bring them low. And so Lord Philippe continues. On the right flank, my foot squires and my Gros Relique go after that chariot. There's even one group that's been spared to charge in to help out Lord Philippe, in addition to more peasants. In the middle of the formation, we continue to fight all of these spearmen, all of these Ushabti. Numas will fall, and here it's where we make our stand. The damsel, she continues to bless our knights, and they hold all together. She's done a great job at bringing them together. She moves through their ranks as a few Ushabti still remain. We can see the knights now fighting in the middle and more magic being utilized. The tomb scorpions are gone. Our men cheer. They've done a great job. Now we have won. Numas has fallen. We will go to the city quickly. Excellent work, men of the lady. Excellent work. That was a very deadly battle. If we weren't so focused, if our champions were not so astute, all would have been lost, but we won. They lost every single unit they had. Lord Philippe, he marches into the city with his head held high. Let's occupy Numas. I'm sure what Lord Philippe would love to know is, what should the city be named? It was a hard-fought win. Now it needs a proper name. I'm sure a noble or a peasant of Bretonnia would be able to offer up some great name, one that would honor our order, or the lady, or Bretonnia, or all of them. Either way, we've now taken one more major city belonging to the Tomb Kings. Our Third Crusade has stagnated somewhat in the very beginning, but now we've broken them again. It will take time to see where this will all go, but we get to continue on now. Agatep was killed in battle. Vow completed. Good work, my friend. A rite of intrigue. The von Karsteins are gone. And the orcs are back? Oh, they're over here. Look at that. We have more technology completed. Good. It's been a long time since we've completed anything. Now Lord Philippe is a legend. A Grail vow. Let's have a look at what we should have him do. Pledge to valor. Kill 5 enemy lords in battle. He'll become even more powerful than before. That which is sacrosanct, I shall preserve. I actually couldn't see it because of the color of that type. That which is sublime, I will protect. That which threatens, I will destroy. For my holy wrath will know no bounds. Now we have a pledge to valor. We've completed our questing vow. Pretty soon, Lord Philippe will become a Grail Knight. He already has many abilities, but we need to make him even mightier in combat. Or we can empower what we have on the field of battle. Providing a larger charge bonus for any of our knights would be quite beneficial. Sir Caesar Maximilian, you'll pick up your foe seeker. And while we're here, we're going to build up these walls. We don't need money, but we do need replenishment. Okay. We shall look at our conclusion here and plan our future campaign. The idea is that I use Lord Philippe to continue rounding out our enemies until they have very little remaining. These flaming scimitars I will destroy. They seem to be inherently corrupt, so that Sir John can take care of easily. But Lord Louis and Sir Philippe, they will continue to fight the major Tomb King nation of Himri. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more. If you would like to see more, do not forget to leave a comment in support of the lady, of course, and our knights too. If you have a name for some of our characters, let me know. Like over here, we need a name for our damsel. She needs one. We probably need a new damsel for Sir John. Our previous lady, Sophia, had to retire to a convent. But who knows who we'll get in the future. And it's about time for a new army, which means we'll need many new mighty names. Until then, everyone,